Hi, and welcome to another episode of Cracking the Box. This is Jim Starkweather with the Kitmaker Network. Today we've got the Meng Models Merkava Mk.3D early. It's an Israeli-made battle tank, for those of you familiar with the tank. I'm not an expert on this, so I'm just going to be showing you what's inside the box, basically. We'll have a full written review, hopefully by someone who does know a little more about it, coming down the line. A couple of interesting things about this one. It was a collaboration, obviously, effort with Desert Eagle Publishing. I'm assuming they supplied some source materials. So it's kind of interesting to see the publisher's logo there on the front of the box. This is a 1/35th scale kit. It is part of their Tyrannosaurus series, TS001. And for those of you who remember my first video with the Meng pickup truck, I thought maybe with the way they were naming these, they were going to start putting out dinosaurs, but obviously they're just doing it by size, so this is obviously the larger vehicle, so now they've upped the size. The Brontosaurus will be, what, the elephant, or maybe one of the rail guns or something? I'm not sure. Anyways, so let's move on quick. The plastic is packed in this box. As a matter of fact, when you remove it to take a look at it, getting it back in the box is a challenge. So keep that in mind if you happen to buy one and want to get it back in there. Kind of look to see how it's in there first. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at some of the major pieces and screws. We've got the lower assembly here for the turret, obviously going in like this. So this is the bottom side. Looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not seeing any, anything really other than stuff that should be here on the underside. But on the surface, we've got some nice detail. All looks good. Had a little bit of a production paint or something got on here, but it kind of scratched off earlier when I was looking at it. Here's a top portion of the turret with the obvious turret hatch openings. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, my brain gets ahead of me here on some things, so I'm one of the pitfalls of not having a written out script. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the actual plastic pieces and just some duplicated stuff here. We've got some of the road wheels and springs. I did notice some push marks here on the inside of this road wheel, but I think that's the reverse side. So, if I'm not mistaken, the way these go on. Good detail. There's let's see if I can get in on one of these pieces close. You've got, I'll flip it back over for the other portion I was showing. And, all looks good. This was sprue F, I believe. I'm sorry, that was A. This is F. And this has some of the main gun barrel, as well as some machine guns, which they have. It's like a 50 cal, and is that the 240 and saw. All look good. Good detail. If this is a kind of a now that we've seen several Meng kits, the mine roller, the pickup trucks, this one looks like a kind of complete. The mine roller was a bit of a special case, so this one being more a kind of mainstream release, we can really see, I think, some of the direction where they're going, which looks pretty interesting. We've got the lower hull and upper, and also some individual track links in this little section, as well as some sprocket. Well, what do you call those? Part of the drive assembly for the road wheels. I'm going to take these out in a minute, but the links look fairly simple to put together. I think they're just snap together type. Unless I find some more pieces here somewhere that make it look more complex. The upper hull, get my little piece of paperback. Again, looks good. A lot of nice detail. The sunken little, I'm not sure what you call those, little, not rivets, but reverse pieces there. Apologies for the dogs barking in the background. And the lower hull, again, looks pretty good. Not seeing any issues in terms of production. Nice, like, ribbing inside again. It's nice in terms of very, very rigid, very solid piece. Not sure we can even try a test fit here. I think it's missing some of the core pieces. Obviously that. Oh wait, no, we do have a couple of holes here for lineup. So there we go. So yeah, that does look good. We can put our top of our turret in. Maybe. No, I guess I'd have to remove those center mold pieces. But no, that looks good. Everything lines up. It snapped into place. Seeing a little bit of bowing here that I think isn't really too much. I mean, once you cement that in place, it's not going to be an issue. All right, moving on. We've got this is C, and we shall see. C. Sorry. Hey, if I can add a little humor to these things, it's like. All right, we've got shovels. We've got wow, that's some really fine work right there. I can't really see that too well, but it's nice. Looks like anti-slip kind of surfacing material there. That looks good. And then we have some track links and hooks and various pieces. Again, more small detail stuff, which looks good. Oh, those are some small U-bolts or something, or U-hooks. And I'm not sure if these are extra tracks that are on the tank. Kind of comparing. And they're definitely slightly different in style. I don't see the center piece for one thing. But moving on. Try not to make these videos too long, but obviously for the big kit like this, it takes a while to get through everything. And I'm sure some of you are saying, why didn't you pre-cut all things out? Well, you know, it just works out better this way, right? Okay, so some of the hull pieces. Nice. I mean, just the surface detailing on this alone is really sweet. Again, I don't know if it's completely accurate or not. I'm not an Israeli IDF expert. I realize that was kind of like saying Israel twice, but IDF expert would have been the right way to say it. Looks like more kind of, that looks more like maybe simulating some of the, well, it's either like mesh or anti-slip, I can't tell. Sorry, I didn't have that in focus. Let me see if I can get in close on that. And, whoa, look at that. Oh, I see one piece that's broken here. I hope I didn't break it, but it probably could be carefully fixed. But that's, you can see some of the fine details here in terms of, those are poles, or I believe, for hatches or something. Yeah, hopefully I didn't ding that up. This one's been looked at by a few people in styrene, or in the bags, obviously. So I'm having a slight feeling it didn't come from the factory that way. Okay, this is a duplicated piece. So more some of the sprocket pieces here for the gear and the transmission, or the you know, again, some of the drive gear, external drive gear stuff that I believe has a label on it in Israeli script. Nice, very nice. Down to the last major piece of major sprue here, which has the side armor and some other little hull pieces, it looks like. Again, all looks good. Surface detail looks good. That's the rear hull. Rear. Not sure there's a rear hull. It's somewhere on the tank. Have to look that up. Alrighty, so then we have some of the kind of more small detail stuff, like the chain. Guards, I guess, on the back of the hull, of the turret, excuse me, which they've done in plastic. For those of you who are curious, let me see, I gotta line this up in plastic. I don't have my monitor right in front of me right now, so that's why this video has been kind of weird in terms of what's he pointing at. It's because I'm looking at it and not necessarily looking at the screen constantly too, which is nice, but obviously I might have missed a few things video-wise. Please forgive me. All right, so we've got a piece of lead foil in here. Ooh. And we've got some roping and a little bit of wire for various little detail components. The clear plastic pieces look interesting. Got some armored glass here, I think, with some, you can see some of the riveting around it, and then some other clear pieces, probably turn signals and things like that. Some of the very small stuff. Decals. Sorry, I love saying it that way. You British and your funny ways to say the English language. What do you think, you invented it or something? That was a joke. Sarcasm. Hold on. I don't want to mess up the decals. They're being troublesome on this lower portion. Okay, they're pretty good. Some of the back, markings that go across the back in Hebrew, and I'm guessing this is a designation like A10. Maybe I could be wrong there because I don't know if that's the symbol for A. Look good, very good. I'm not seeing any production markings other than Meng's, so I'm guessing those are their own internal decals. Or maybe not, could have another company do them. So manual, looks good, as all their stuff's nice color front and back. Gives them the availability of putting, I was going to say from the back, let me just go, because otherwise I can't complete my plot. So you have the back page has the color kind of paint schemes and so forth, and then the interior is all black and white. Instructions look good. Pretty thorough, obviously all kind of symbol, very limited English. Attaching chassis parts 3, attaching chassis parts 2, attaching road wheels, attaching either all parts of A or parts of B. Engine hood panel assembly. Cut from sprue B. 106 pieces for each side. So there's the track links, and they look like they do just snap together, so that's good. Yeah, looks like it's pretty well detailed in terms of instructions. Only have 42 steps, 44 steps total. A little finer portion where you put the turret on the hull, and there's the cable, tow cable. So looks good overall. Again, we'll pass this on to someone who knows a little more. I didn't get the little road wheel thingies, but we'll pass this on to someone who probably knows a little more about these tanks than obviously I do. And those look good too. Those are nice single casted pieces. I mean, look at, do you see the gap? You've got the gap between them. You've got all the detail there, and these are all just single piece, not attached to anything. This may be where we're going, in the future. Maybe it'll just be a box of parts with no sprues. That'll be an interesting one. It'll make it interesting to find stuff because you won't have the ability to easily kind of lay things out with numbers. But wow, that's I'm glad I pulled those out and showed you. They've even got little holes. I don't know if you can see the thing, but there's little holes in various things, the wheels there as you go around. So a good way to end. Excellent kit. We'll take a look again in a more written and photographed review down the road. Keep an eye out for that, and thanks for watching.